Manuel, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I like your Zeal shirt.
Ah, thanks. I'm a big nerdy 40-year-old virgin.
Is that Ghostbusters thing?
Yeah.
It
Yeah. I'm all about it. This is all Ghostbusters here. This is all. Yeah, I'm just going to turn you up a little bit. You're just coming through a little low.
Oh, I can turn myself up.
Yeah.
Don't you worry your pretty little head. Oh, okay. There we are. Volume.
Oh yeah. There we go. How you been, dude? It's been a little while since we've had a yarn.
Yeah. I've kept busy. Right now, I'm in my late grandmother's weird little house in the Alps, writing music.
Wow.
How about yourself?
Good, dude. Yeah, real well. Apart from the thing that shall not be named, that's hit up here, we're doing all right, man. Yeah, doing really good. So you're in Switzerland. Is that? I don't travel much. So you're in Switzerland at the moment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I didn't school much, but the Alps. Wow, that must be really cool. Is it good for creativity out there?
I'm trying to figure that out. I just arrived like a couple of hours ago. But since the little number of hours I've been here, I've managed to drink a couple of beers, so it's great.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, man. Well, I wish I was joining. I'm just having a coffee today. So
I mean, it's like 9 a.m. where you're at, right? So
yep.
Yeah. Totally understand.
Yeah,
it's like
I've
midnight where I am, but yeah.
Usually I would be having a beer, but I don't think because I'll jet off to work after this, and my boss will be like, "Have you been drinking the beers?" And I'll be like, a little bit. I can't do that.
Yeah, it's not conducive to work. Let's put it that way.
You're not working on the power tools today. But of course, man, I'm really, really excited for the new release of the new Zeal Ardor album. I've been lucky enough to hear it, and it's phenomenal, dude. Like,
Oh shit.
dude, no, I cannot say enough good things about it. Obviously we've had the singles in the lead up, but hearing the whole thing as a whole is where it really has its biggest impact. Like, it's just I can't say enough good things, dude.
So happy to hear that, because we've been sitting on this thing for almost a year now, and I suck at keeping secrets, and just like right now is like the first time I'm getting actual feedback on it. So just you noticing that it flows as an album is great, because that was a huge difficult part of the production, but it was integral. So
man, I've got to say that it's got all those elements that but it's heavier too. Like, it's good. It's man, what drove those heavy as fuck moments? Like, what the face melters. It's got a lot more face melting riffs on here.
Well, we kind of had more time this time around of figuring out what is integral to us, what makes us sound like us, and we just kind of distilled what we felt was important. One part being the atmosphere throughout, and then we noticed we can get away with a lot as long as we maintain that atmosphere. And it wasn't like a conscious choice to make it more heavy. It just felt like the obvious or normal natural evolution of things. It's just kind of snuck in there. Yeah.
So there wasn't anything that sort of went on over the last couple of years that maybe crept in there and brought.
I wouldn't know what would have irritated us that far. I mean, it's been a great couple of years. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's been great.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been back and forward with this in my brain. That conceptually, each record maybe feels like they're set in a different time period. Is that something that is, like this new one feels a little bit more modernized in some way?
That's a very astute observation, actually. Yeah, because there's like an overarching narrative to the albums. The first one being life in servitude or in slavery. The second one is more about breaking out, and this one is what comes after. What do we do with this freedom? So I didn't really anticipate anyone noticing, but that's fucking dope.
Thank
Yeah.
you. No, because I've been thinking about it a lot, and how they connect. They definitely feel like they connect. Like I went back and listened to, and I don't know, even in the recording and little nods here and there, they definitely, it feels like it's pinpointing time periods, and I think that's so fucking clever. It's so
I
well
mean,
done.
here's a funny thing. I didn't expect anyone to ever notice that. I thought it was just like an inside joke for myself that'll take to my grave, but guess it's out now. So
Wow.
awesome.
Hey, cool. That's, man, yeah. And of course, I mean, where was it recorded?
Well, the label gave us a little bit of budget to head to a fancy studio and record it, but we kind of realized with that sort of money we could just build our own studio, and that's what we ended up doing. So it was recorded in basically next to my hometown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you're really good
So
at recording as well. I mean, I'm struggling to put words together. I'm sorry. Let me rewind that a little bit. But I mean, you're demoing and things like that. I know you've got your own little studio set up. How much did they change between going from the demo versions to the finished product?
quite a bit, and I'm kind of debating if I should put out my demo versions, because I guess like Devil is Fine, that's the quality that I kind of carried on production wise. And with this studio, it's not me engineering everything. It's actually our singer Mark. He's the tall blonde guy.
Yeah.
Him and me, we built the studio. Mostly him, but for the sake of this interview, I was integral to the endeavor. Um, and he's fantastic at this, and yeah, so it's actually mostly due to his prowess.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I recently spoke with Will Putney, and he mentioned about working with you, like doing the mix and stuff like that, and had nothing but good
Yeah.
things to say. How was it working with him on your side of the fence?
It's bizarre because we've had a little bit of a chat sometimes, but most of the stuff, he's super quick, by the way. It was just through emails. I just sent him like all the files, and I shit you not, like 24 hours later, he's like, okay, here's a first version of the entire album. And I something in me was like, oh, whoa there, cowboy, you don't know what you're doing. But like, to his credit, it sounded fucking great. And I think it was like 2 or 3 iterations, and that was it. Dude's incredible. Yeah.
He is incredible. Yeah. Yeah. That new fit for an autopsy album as well, as if you haven't heard that, that's
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah.
That and the end record, it still fucks me up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, man. Yeah. What a legend. And of course, I mean, the album, his work on this new album just sounds incredible. Like I've been cranking it, and it's just
Yeah. Arguably, he knows what he's doing.
yeah.
I could say. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, last time we spoke, you said that you weren't sure what the future of Zeal Ardor was going to be, and you said it was quite hard vocally for you as well to be doing it on tour and everything, like, which is totally understandable. But what changed there? What kept you going?
I just, well, for the tour thing, I just kind of figured out how I could do this sustainably. And as for the whole, potential inspiration part of it, I kind of noticed when I didn't write anything new, I kind of always came back to it. And that to me was an indication that I still had, avenues to explore sonically with Zeal Ardor. And I think now more than ever, I'm like, oh fuck, there's even more stuff that I could get away with. And yeah, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon.
That's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Because after that, I was like, oh man, I hope he keeps it going. And and then it was like, bam, all this great stuff came out. Like, we had the EP as well, and the singles, and then it's a little bits, and I've been, as a fan, I've been stoked that it's
sweet.
You know,
I hear that.
But like another thing as well is since Stranger Fruit, your career has just exploded on a much larger sort of global scale, which is incredible. But has there been personal adjustments to that for you that you've had to get used to and navigating that success?
Switzerland being as isolated as it is, no.
Wow.
Like nothing has changed in my daily life. Of course, I get to play bigger tours and I get to meet, stellar artists with which I get to tour. But in my actual day to day, I still get up in the morning. I go into my room. I record music, and then it's midnight, and then I go drink a little bit. That hasn't changed at all.
Living the dream, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So good, man. So good. Obviously, Zeal and Birdmask are two totally different beasts, and I love them both. But when it comes to writing for each project, do you put yourself in a certain frame of mind to tackle each, because they are very different?
Well, I guess I do, but they never I never have okay, these weeks I'll be just doing Zeal Ardor, these weeks I'll just be doing Birdmask, because I think they're both vacations of each other. So if I ever get almost frustrated with one project, I know I have another possibility or another creative avenue that I can pursue, and I just keep having that fascination, because the worst thing that can happen is me getting frustrated with something musically, because after that nothing's going to sound fun, and I think the fun part is integral to at least my music.
Yeah. Absolutely. What's going on with Birdmask? We got that single.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
It's been a while. That's why I'm here, actually. I say this week's it's never exclusive, but actually I came up into this weird secluded house to write some Birdmask tunes or finish up some others. So
oh man, I'm so keen.
Something will happen, hopefully.
I'm so keen. I'm such a huge fan of the Birdmask stuff, and I really want it on vinyl.
That hasn't happened yet, right? Fuck. Okay, yeah, that's noted.
All right,
duly noted. Yeah,
put me down. No, because it would, dude. It would be phenomenal. Even a little box set or something, or because some of those tracks I feel like are made for that experience.
Fuck, you're right. Okay.
I am right. Label. And you know what? You talk to your label. I'm going to talk to my wife about getting some cash, and we'll be halfway, and I'll just throw it to you. You can take all my money.
Back in 5 minutes.
It's ta-da. I'd be very, very keen on that. And I know a lot of people would be as well. Because, the Zeal stuff's out there on Vine. It sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, but granted, someone mixed that properly and mastered it. It's different avenues. It's a different beast in the pop world or in the indie world. Still getting my footing there, but I'll get my foot in properly soon, I hope.
Man, just bring it. Just do it. I'll just give you all the money. Well, of course, you got another project on the go as well. How is that? Guys? Yeah,
Guides.
Mm-hmm. It's more of an electronic sort of thing, which is awesome. You've dabbled in that before, but tell us about that.
Well, the intention of that was, just to have stuff that is too weird for Birdmask and too not metal for Zeal Ardor to have a home. And right now it's just kind of an avenue for Zeal Ardor remixes. So the initial idea was that I remix every single that we put out. One of the remixes I feel was a little bit too aggressive for my label to be willing to put out. But I might do a bootleg thing and just kind of leak it.
Do it. No, 100% do it. How did that get there? I don't know.
See you on Soulseek. Yeah.
Oh, you having a cold one, mate?
It's midnight where I'm at. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. I'm dreaming tonight. I'll have a couple at Jam, but I'm dreaming of it. Get me through the day. But have you been hit up by a lot of your peers for guest spots and stuff like that? Because I know when you came out, there was all these people like Danny Filth and stuff were just singing your praises. Have you been hit up a lot to
Um, not too often that I can talk of.
Oh,
If that's a non-answer you're looking for.
no, that's cool. There's no one here, so you can just tell me.
Yeah, no, but I'll get in a lot of trouble if I do.
Okay.
So, but that's a statement in itself, right?
I'm trying to dig into that. Keep your secrets. That's all
Okay, I'll
right.
be your Gandalf. It's good.
All right, all right.
All right, all
But
right.
of course, I mean, you hit the road recently with Macedon Opeth. That would have been absolutely incredible.
It was a sick tour. It was probably the most relaxed tour we've ever been on, and it was also largely due to them just being stellar human beings and listening to Blackwater Park and Sultan's Curse each night didn't really hurt the experience either. It was a good time, to say the least.
Man, I love both those bands. So that would have been. Did you have a moment? There must have been that moment where you're like, "Oh, there's Michael. There he is."
I mean, it was like the last day of tour, and the Opeth guys, they're nice and friendly, but they're fairly stoic
Yeah.
unless they drink red wine. And I guess they like had like a box to get through that night because it was the last night, and they suddenly got in German. There's this expression called Bierschwul, which means beer gay. It's like that level of drunk where you're like, I love you, dude.
Ah, yeah. I know that very well.
And yeah, it was that. But also, like, Mikhail got into like storyteller mode and was like, and he got to listen to Mikhail, like the stuff he does on stage, but like next to you, and perhaps even like the secret versions. Who knows? It was like kind of this out of body experience because you're trying to be cool and like, yeah,
Yeah.
I deserve to be here, sure, but you're freaking out inside.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
It's funny. A friend of mine used to work at the Hard Rock Cafe in here, and this is a few years ago. And he was waiting the tables, and here he was sitting there with his girlfriend, and he's like, "Are you?" He was just on a secret holiday down here, and he had that moment where he had to wait his table and was like inside, like, "Here we go."
That's beautiful.
I know. And then he told everyone later, after he'd obviously been over, and everyone was like, "Oh, oh. Hey, man, it's all about it. It's all about it." But I mean, you're hitting the road with Meshuggah coming up as well.
Yeah, that's sadly only a European thing, but I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, very much looking forward to that. Fingers crossed that it happens, of course, because everything is a shit show potentially now. But yeah, good guys too.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is. How is things over there? Is it sort of ramping up again? Is it?
Well, I think it's kind of going to fluctuate over the years. That it's in the warmer months it'll be fine. In the colder months there'll be a new variant. It's just bizarre how it translates to the southern hemisphere where climates are the opposite.
Mm,
And I guess you're just suffering our tourism, and that's why you're having our weird variants.
it's
Great
weird.
times.
Yeah,
Great
it is.
times.
Yeah, we had it over Christmas because where we are in Queensland, we had the gates all shut down tight, and we were pretty good for a while. And then just before Christmas, they were like, "Yeah, let them all in." now we're
Yeah.
now.
Now you're like going for the world record, I heard. Like it's not great.
Oh man, it's go to the shops is definitely interesting when there's no toilet paper or kitty litter or simple things. But it really makes things interesting with the humans. That's for sure. But
It does.
man, so I mean, what else you got coming? Obviously, I know touring. It's a bit, trying to plan. But what else you got musically coming up for this year that you can talk about, that you can spill the beans? Come on, mate.
Yeah, I'm working on Birdmask stuff right now. Still pretty early with that. I do have, the album coming out in February. Then there's a third project I'm doing with a friend that'll hopefully be out for northern springtime, uh southern fall, I guess, for oceanic fall,
Okay.
oceanic autumn. And yeah, other than that, I'm just writing and seeing what sticks to walls, I guess. Yeah.
Who's your friend?
He's called Samuel Chudin. You have never heard of him, but you will soon. He's a great guitarist and a good friend of mine.
Yeah, what kind of stuff?
Well, I think actually it takes not a lot of notes from Australian indie, from people like Dope Lemon and Number One Dads, like that softy kind of jangly stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Should be good.
Yeah, man. Super exciting. That is super exciting. And there was a rumor that I heard a few years ago that you have a bar. Is that true or false?
That's true. I mean, we didn't keep it open due to obvious reasons, but yeah. I have a new bar now, but we couldn't open it.
Oh, man.
But if you should ever come to Switzerland or Basel, I'll get you shit-faced. That's a guarantee.
I will hold you to that. What's it called? What's the bar called?
Sud. S-U-D.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is that something you've done for years? Obviously, run venues.
Yeah. I mean, the first one was just a squat that I did with my friends, and then we lived there, and then we built a bar, and then yeah. But this one's a proper club, and I also book shows there. We're having Keren Mikla, like this Icelandic post-punk goth outfit coming soon. Should be a good show. Yeah.
I wish I could be there. I'm like, yeah, I'll be. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh no, fuck, other side of the planet. God damn it.
Yeah. I'm in the arse end of the world. Awesome. But hey, man, well, it's been awesome chatting with you again, dude. It's been really cool,
man. This has been really pleasant.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Hey, thank you, dude. Thank you. And, of course, we'll have all the show notes down here with the links for the album. Go pre-order it now, people. And hopefully we'll get some Birdmask on vinyl soon, too. And whatever else is on the horizon for you, I wish you all the best, bro, and stay safe.
Likewise. Have a beautiful day.